take on today. Thankful Thursday. Wow, as this week just flew by. I mean, flew by. School is starting on Monday here in Volusia County, so we're going to go grab some school supplies today and just getting it done. Last night, my granddaughter had a fundraiser, and of course it involved ice cream, so Nanny could show up. So went and did that. It was neat to see all the young people out on Granada and all the people supporting and honking and waving and all that. So that was a fun evening, and then came in early this morning to kick it in gear so that I could get out of here and go be a nanny. Update on my dental appointment yesterday. I know y'all been praying for me, and I appreciate it so much. We can move forward. Woohoo! Never so happy to hear those words, move forward, at a dentist's office. I am not a big dental person. I have just had so much damage done to my mouth, and I just get anxiety from it. But went to a super, super nice lady yesterday, lady dentist, and just loved it. I mean, absolutely loved it. And she says, let's move forward. I'm like, okay, let's move forward. So excited for the process. And I am excited that we're making sure that everything is fine as we're moving forward. But the wait is not, if I had it my way, I know that God is teaching me something with a few things in my life right now. But if I had it my way, I would just have it all done in one day and move on. Handle the pain and all that and move on. It has not worked out that way. And so I'm sure I am learning something, and so that's okay. God's got a plan, and I'm going to stick to it. If y'all don't know, but if you would please head on over to YouTube and go WAPN 91.5 FM and subscribe to us now when we go live, and we are using Facebook. Well, so we're using the podcast equipment going around here, all the bright lights and all that. When we are doing it that way, we are also live on the air, we are live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube. So I really appreciate it if you would head on over there and subscribe to that. I'd also like to shout out to everybody that's doing the over and above donations this week, and we really appreciate it. Next month is our 40th anniversary. I'm also loving everybody that's calling in saying, yeah, they'll do the little 5 to 10 minute interview. So it's 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to be live. It's going to be on YouTube and Facebook, of course. And it's going to be, why are you on WAPN? So if you're a ministry on WAPN, what made you decide to be on the air? If you're a listener, we would love to hear why you were scanning the dial, or how did you find out about WAPN, or is it a best kept secret, or that. So we would love for you to come in and do a 5 to 10 minute live interview with us. You need to pre-schedule that because we do have normal programming around here. So if that is something you'd like to do, I'd like to have at least 40 different ministries and listeners to do this. So over the next month and a half, so we're starting at 40 days. So I've got to count backwards. So if we're anniversary's on the 26th, then take 14 days from August. So on the 17th, I guess would be the first day that actually we'll start airing them, or thereabout, or, we might go a little bit early. But I would like to have 40 done in 40 days. So I'm not going to come in on the weekends and doing them. So that's going to start a little bit early. Some days we'll have 2. And so you need to make an appointment. You can email me at WAPN@WAPN.net. If you haven't been on the air in 30 years, I still want to interview you. If you've been listening since day one, 40 years ago, I really want to interview you. Maybe you're the person that started listening this week, and I would love to hear what landed you on WAPN. And so this is something I want to do. I know it's going to be only local people because we want to do the Facebook Live and we want to do the YouTube also. But I might even be willing to do some phone interviews. We'll see. I really don't like to do phone interviews because of the delay, but maybe you can talk a girl into doing that. I don't know. We will see about that. But just something that I think would be fun. I think it'd be interesting to hear the different reasons why people are part of WAPN, how long they've been part of WAPN, why they're listening to WAPN, what's their favorite thing on I just think it would be fun for going into the 40 years. And so 40 years is a big thing. I would like to get the big board replaced here in the main studio. That is my goal, and I'm sticking to it. We've had several people donate so far. It's going to take an army. It's going to take a lot to do it. But I know that I serve a big God who does big things. So next week we start planning what we're going to do for the 40th and different things. And so it will be for our pastors and our ministries of WAPN. We can't do it for everybody, so we decided for the pastors and the ministries of WAPN, we want to do something. So just be listening and like us on social media, join in on Facebook. We do Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course live on the air. If you've looked and you said, I'd love to be part of the WAPN family, I would like to get some airtime and join in, you can head on over to our website, WAPN.net, and click on Program Guide. Scroll on down and see what's available. Then you can email me. We'll get in here, get an appointment, get you trained, and get you on the air. If you'd like to donate towards the new board, that's the over and above. The day-to-day needs are met by our ministries of WAPN, and we really appreciate it. But the over and above stuff, when we need music or tower or a new board or whatever, that's the listeners over and above. How you can donate is you can come on by the radio station. If I'm not here, you can throw it through the mail drop, and people have been doing that this week, and I really appreciate it. That is 1508 State Avenue right here in Holly Hill. There's a mail drop right on the door. Or you can head on over to our website, WAPN.net. Click Give Now. Give right there. Say for the anniversary, for the birthday, however you'd like to do it. Your dollars, your fives, your hundreds, your thousands, whatever. No amount is too small. No amount, of course, is too big. But that helps WAPN with the over and above. Because we have to, pay for the music. We have to download the music, which there's a cost. We have to pay to stream it. We have to pay to put it on all the cool platforms. So I appreciate everybody that donates to WAPN and helps us with the things that we're doing here at WAPN. And, I'm constantly thinking of the next thing. And I know that sounds like I'm not content or not happy. Of course I'm content and of course I'm happy. I love what I do. I love being in the neighborhood. I love this community. But you've constantly got to be thriving. You've constantly got to be doing. And so this is just different ways of getting WAPN out there, different ways of being part of the community. I love being in this community. The summer's different because we don't do a lot in the community during the summer because it's the dog days of summer. 110 degrees out there, crazy hot. But we're going to get going again later this morning. Around 7, we're going to be having the Junior League in here. Super excited about that. Ronnie will be in here talking about the new year for Junior League and what does the Junior League do and how do you join the Junior League. So very excited about that. Junior League is kicking in gear again. And then, of course, Volusia County Women That Care. That will be next Thursday. Very excited about that. That's the nomination night for this quarter. And then we'll bring in those nonprofits and talk to them about what they're doing in the community, which I feel is really important to talk about the different nonprofits in our community. The Best of Best is next week, so we'll be going to that dinner. So it's busy. It's kicking in gear. And, of course, I said school starts next week, so hopefully you are training your kids this week to get into that schedule so next week is not grumpy mornings all the time. Best thing ever is the whole month of August is discount on tax-free for school supplies and hurricane supplies. So people say, well, does it really matter? It does add up. So, appreciate that our governor did that for the whole month of August, that we can save some dollars and cents that way. So there's just different things that are going on and different places to see and different, things to participate in. It takes you to participate. You don't have to do everything, but it is fun to participate. Yesterday, I was talking to a pastor and he was saying, well, how do we know how many people are listening to us, or how do we know how many people are participating with us? For every person that likes, shares, comments, whatever-ish, that's like 150 people that thought about it. So if you're on the air and you see a couple people doing the little like signs or high-fiving it or praying or whatever, those emojis, those are people that have been bold to do it. But there's like 150 people that have thought about it. Maybe they're driving. Maybe they're, have it under their pillow, so they're half asleep and half awake. I don't know. But statistically, WAPN has been very strong in this market for 40 years now, and I'm very thankful. It's very cool to be able to say 40 years. And we started in 1985. We're going to talk about the different process over the years and where we started and where we got to, and tell the story. History is important. It's important to know how you start things and where God has you going. And I am the second generation. Yvonne is the third. Of course, Chloe, who's now doing music and sending it over, is the fourth generation. So that's pretty exciting to think about the generations of that have been part of WAPN. And, the same purpose of WAPN is the same thing, the vision that my father had 40 years ago, to win souls for Christ and to pray for people. We have consistently did that across the board all these years. My vision is to include the 501c3s. I think that's very important to include them because I feel that those are missing pieces of the puzzle. I feel like we need to partner and branch those or bridge those together with our churches so that our churches have that information when they have a need for a place or they need an ID or whatever our veterans home or whatever they need to know about. We are able to share that information back and forth with each other. So that is why the 501c3s is so important to me, and volunteering is so important to me. We all can volunteer. Everybody always says, well, I don't have time. My schedule's so busy. You can make time for anything you want to do. You can have time to go get ice cream last night, but you don't have time to show up to this, or you have time to do this, or you can make time for anything, and volunteering is so important. And I love it that one of the doctors that we were interviewing recently in here, he said an hour a week, 4 hours a month could change lives in nonprofits. Even an hour a week could change lives in nonprofits, because nonprofits are ran on a very, very short budget, very small budget, but they have big ideas and big vision. And so I love that he said an hour, because we all think if we can't do something 25 hours or 40 hours or whatever, we're just not going to do it. But if there's 40 of us doing an hour, that's 40 extra hours that nonprofit had. So very interesting. I think it's very important to participate in our community that we live in. I think it's very important to be involved in our community that we live in. We had the chief of police in here the other day. That is something we want to start doing each month, talking about our city, talking about the police department and how they're keeping us safe and the things that they're doing. And so that's exciting to me. I'm excited to see how God will use the airwaves this coming year. And I'm thankful to be able to go into our 40th year at WAPN. So thank you, everybody that participates in WAPN. I'm looking forward to your emails, wapn@wapn.net, so we can set you up to come in. I'd love to interview you and find out what you love or not love about WAPN. And I am fine with you telling me what you don't like, because we all have an opinion, and that's important. But come in and sit at this table. It's like sitting at a coffee table or a kitchen table and just have a conversation and share the love of God and share your vision of why you're part of WAPN or why you listen. Well, let's get our favor on and let's get this day going. I'm going to be going school shopping, so I'm excited about that. No matter what you're up against today, don't ever rule out the favor of God. No matter what, God's got favor over today. I've got my eyes open, my ears listen, and I'm ready to receive God's favor. It is Thankful Thursday, August 7th, 2025. The weather today, 88 with a low of 76. Madison, 86 with a low of 73. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Bridget, Emily, Jamie, Brittany. I know all the girls today and everybody else that's celebrating a birthday, anniversary, wedding week, graduation, getting ready to start school on Monday. Today is National Lighthouse Day. Have you ever climbed a lighthouse? I'd love to know. I know. I have climbed a couple lighthouses. It's a neat experience. Kind of windy getting up there, and then you look down, but if you go up, you got to come down. Well, y'all, thank you so much for being part of WAPN. Thank you so much for praying for me. Thank you so much for your over and above donations. We appreciate it so much. Y'all have a wonderful, great, Thankful Thursday, and I'll see you in the morning. No, actually, I'll see you at 7 o'clock interviewing Ron.